أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 240. I begin in the name of Allah, the most affectionate, the most merciful. وَالَّذِينَ يُتَوَفَّوْنَ مِنْكُمْ وَيَذَرُونَ أَزْوَاجًا وَصِيَّةً لِأَزْوَاجِهِمْ مَتَاعًا إِلَى الْحَوْلِ غَيْرَ إِخْرَاجٍ فَإِنْ خَرَجْنَ فَلَا جُنَاحَ عَلَيْكُمْ فِيمَا فَعَلْنَ فِي أَنفُسِهِنَّ مِنْ مَعْرُوفٍ وَاللَّهُ عَزِيزٌ حَكِيمٌ. Those of you who die and leave wives behind should make a will for their wives to provide for their maintenance for 1 year without expelling them out. Then, if they themselves leave, then you are not accountable for which they did themselves in their matters in the prescribed manner. And Allah Almighty is Almighty, All-Wise. And in the commentary it is mentioned, this verse is abrogated from the verse pertaining to inheritance. Now, after the death of the husband, the wife will not get maintenance but her ancestral property. In this way, this verse is abrogated in 2 ways: from giving maintenance and well as regarding the period of a year. According to all jurists, the verse is abrogated from the verse concerning the period of waiting, because with death the question of period of waiting arises, or delivery in the case of pregnancy, or the waiting period of 4 months and 10 days. Whereas in this verse mentions is made of 1 year. From this verse it is understood that previously the wife not only had the right to dwell in her husband's house for 1 year after his death, but she was entitled to be fed and clothed. But this was dependent on the wife to use her prerogative or forego. Nevertheless, she could not marry within a year of her husband's death. This decree is now abrogated. In brackets, things they did included permissible ways of beautifying themselves, applying makeup, giving up mourning, preparing for remarriage, etc. From this verse, we learn that even in those days, the period of waiting of a year for the wife after the death of her husband was not compulsory. Instead, the law was, if she wanted to sit in mourning for her deceased husband, she was entitled for a year maintenance from his wealth, i.e., the wife was totally independent in the matter, while the husband's heirs were duty bond. Verse number 241. وَلِلْمُطَلَّقَاتِ مَتَاعٌ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ حَقًّا عَلَى الْمُتَّقِينَ. And for the divorced woman and prescribed maintenance to be made, this is obligatory on the God-fearing. And in the commentary it is mentioned, during the period of waiting, in the case of divorce, the responsibility of her maintenance was upon the husband giving divorce. In the case of the death of the husband, because the wife receives maintenance from ancestral wealth, she is not entitled to receive maintenance during her period of waiting, meaning iddat, from her late husband's wealth. Verse number 242. كذلك يبين الله لكم آياته لعلكم تعقلون. Those Allah makes clear to you His signs, so that perhaps you may understand. And in the commentary it is mentioned, from the word in brackets, you may understand, emerge two issues. Number one, all laws of Sharia are not understood through one's intelligence only. If this was the case, it was not necessary to reveal verses in this respect. And number two, all laws of Sharia are not intricate, that their wisdom cannot be understood through one's intellect. The wisdom of many such laws are easily fathomed through one's keen senses of reasoning. For skills in understanding and interpreting religious issues, consult the book Asrarul Ahkam. صلوا على الحبيب صلى الله تعالى على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. O Allah Azza wa Jal, by the virtues of these holy saints, bless our Islamic brothers and sisters, accept our Madani Halqa, accept the recitation of the glorious Quran and the Salat al-Fajr that we have performed. Grant us the Noor of Fajr on our faces. Ya Allah Azza wa Jal, grant us the Noor of Quran in our hearts and give us true amal of the deen. Ya Allah Azza wa Jal, bless us with true Iman, protection of Iman and death with Iman. Ya Allah Azza wa Jal, protect all the Muslims around the globe who are afflicted with oppression, who have lost their homes, who are starving due to sustenance and food. Ya Allah Azza wa Jal, bless them from your provisions. Ya Allah Azza wa Jal, raise the flag of Islam, disgrace the enemies of Islam, disgrace the social media, disgrace the fake news, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, give dignity and respect towards Muslims. Ya Allah Azza wa Jal, give our youngsters, our children, the ability to do good deeds in their young age. Give them the ability to be obedient towards their parents. Ya Allah Azza wa Jal, grant them a long and pious life and a life of ibadah. Those who are studying in school, colleges and universities, grant them success in their exams. Protect them from deviant teachers. Ya Allah Azza wa Jal, those who are teaching, the rightly guided teachers are teaching our children. Ya Allah Azza wa Jal, give them the Noor of Islam. Ya Allah Azza wa Jal, give them the Noor of Islam and bless them. And also, Ya Allah Azza wa Jal, disgrace the deviant teachers and remove their positions. O Allah Azza wa Jal, protect all our Muslim communities from any type of sinful activities, from alcohol, from zina, from grooming, Ya Allah Azza wa Jal. Ya Allah Azza wa Jal, from all types of activities. O Allah Azza wa Jal, bless the Hazireen Majlis, bless them with true Iman, protection of Iman, and keep them coming towards Salah. And Ya Allah Azza wa Jal, raise them on the Day of Judgment in a fresh condition. And Ya Allah Azza wa Jal, grant them the intercession of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Make us amongst the Prophets, Ahle Bayt, Ya Allah, the Sahaba Ikram, and all the Prophets in Jannatul Firdaus, and grant us your vision in paradise. Inna Allah wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallimu taslima. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina wa Mawlana Muhammadin ma'adin al-judi wal-karami wa alihi wa barik wa sallim. Al-Fatiha. Bismillah. Ya Allah Azza wa Jal, We put all our mamalat, our tasks for today in your court. Bless our families, our children with good health and protection of Iman. Protect them from shaitan. Protect them from the egos. Protect them from the love of wealth. Ya Allah Azza wa Jal, and give them the love, sincere love of the prophets. Ya Allah Azza wa Jal, those who have requested for du'as and supplications with the blessing of the Al-Fatiha, bless them and accept their sincere du'as. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.